qualification campaign continues here in Europe with Ukraine taking on North Macedonia. Well, two teams that lost their opening games 3 days ago, with North Macedonia given the ultimate welcome on their World Cup debut, taking on the current world champions Spain. They lost that one 94-65, whereas Ukraine lost out to Georgia 88 points to 83. So this is how Group G currently stands. So Spain, Georgia and Ukraine currently occupying the qualification places. North Macedonia just propping up the table, but of course very early days, having only played one game. Well, Ukraine would have been coming into this opening window hoping to go 2-0 really, after finding out that they wouldn't take on Spain in their opening couple of games, but they were ultimately left disappointed 3 days ago against Georgia. There were some pretty good performances though from the likes of Vyacheslav Petrov. He finished with a double-double, 16 points, 12 rebounds for him. And he was ably supported by Bogdan Blizniuk, who had 18 points. Jerome Randall also had a decent game, 15 points to go alongside his 6 assists. As for North Macedonia, is the Ukrainian side here just going to be introduced, but North Macedonia, well, as I said, they had their toughest possible start really to their qualification campaign. Only Teodor Simic with 18 points and Jacob Wiley with 10 points reached double digits. Christian Nikolov dished out 6 assists on the night as well. And they're looking to try and qualify for their first ever World Cup campaign. But, well, there has been signs of life in their recent Eurobasket tournaments over the years. Actually finished 4th a few years ago, which was a great achievement for them. But for Ukraine, well, the last World Cup they qualified for, in fact, the only World Cup they've qualified for since they moved away from the Soviet Union in 1994, was the 2014 World Cup. That was held in Spain. They ultimately finished in 18th position there. They have, though, qualified for Eurobasket 2022, where they topped their qualification group. So that should hopefully give them plenty of confidence. We will pause for the national anthems.
Головна державний гімн України виконує Ківарія.
So national anthem's done, and we are just 5 minutes or so away from tip-off here. The two coaches just shaking hands. Ainas Bagatsis of Ukraine, a Latvian in charge of Ukraine, and a Bosnian in charge of Macedonia. There's a look at the three officials today, one from Turkey, two from Lithuania, guiding us through this match. Yeah, as I was saying, only World Cup that Ukraine have qualified for, 2014, which is a little disappointing, really, when you think of the talent at their disposal. But yeah, they have already qualified through to Eurobasket 2022, where they topped their qualification group, actually, which consisted of Slovenia, Hungary and Austria. They won 4 of those 6 matches in total, which was a great effort from them. So they come into this qualifying process full of confidence. Got a look at Dragan Bajic, the head coach of Macedonia, the Bosnian. North Macedonia, unfortunately, weren't able to qualify through to Eurobasket 2022. They finished bottom of their qualifying group. As we look at their starting 5, Kostevski, Nikolov, Robov, Mekic and Teodor Simic, the big man. He had a great game, as I mentioned, just 3 days ago. Led the scoring. Jacob Wiley there, the number 24, he's on the bench, but he's certainly someone to keep an eye on. Very talented. Certainly improved their playing style no end, the addition of Jacob Wiley. Well, as for Ukraine, they are looking to bounce back here today. 5-point loss against Georgia. There is Dragan Bajic, the 48-year-old. Took over Macedonia back in April of this year. Also, is the head coach in Igor as well. A side in Serbia. Here's the Ukraine starting 5. They go with Randall, Petrov, Pustovyi, Sanyon and Blizniuk. So plenty of talent in that starting 5. And look at their bench as well. Plenty of options for coach Bagatskis to call upon if indeed he needs them. 26 points from the bench they had 3 days ago. They were lethal on the fast break as well, were Ukraine against Georgia. 18 fast break points. There is Ainas Bagatskis in charge of Ukraine. Also in charge of Kiev Basket here in this city. Former head coach of the Latvian national team.
Атакуючий захисник. 30 Салоні, який не отримав взагалі участь у матчі проти Грузії, але сьогодні Айнас Багацький дає роль молодому та талановитому.
So both sides looking for their first win then here in the 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifying campaign. Of course, it's going to be the first World Cup that will be played in 3 separate countries, with Indonesia, the Philippines and Japan all on hosting duties, so it promises to be a spectacular event which all of these players will be absolutely desperate to be a part of. And a good chance for both of them here to kickstart their campaigns with a win. It's Macedonia who control the tip and immediately have the opening points of this one. I feel as though it's important for Macedonia to start well here. Adam Mekic, the man making the 2.
Давайте вболівати за збірну України і сподіватися, що сьогодні команда Багатський зі
This will be a long two if it goes. It's a little too much on it. Defensive rebounds. Is Nikolov. Kostevski into Simic. Lovely pass from Simic. Has to go back outside. The first three is up. Just came up short. Big, strong rebounds by Bogdan Blizniuk. There'll be plenty of those today. Had a double-double 3 days ago, did Bogdan Blizniuk. It's Jerome Randall. Hugely talented ball handler, Jerome Randall. Rebound this time by Simic. Simic now trying to get his arm nice and loose. Good start for North Macedonia. Off to a 5-0 lead. Kicks it out. Looks at the open three from the side. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound. That's a good hustle. Keep the ball alive. Now he throws up the mid-range jumper. And Ukraine have their first points of this one. It's thrown away. Now Randall can bring it clear here for Ukraine. Blizniuk, oh, it's a great steal. And now the fast break is on here from the steal. Now the fast break, oh, get out of here. Great work on the defensive end from Pustovyi. First of all, the steal, though, from Adam Mekic. Nikolov. Sets the screen. Nikolov drives inside, throws one up, can't get it to go. That's a brilliant hustle to keep the ball for North Macedonia. And they've still got 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Just to reset here, Nikolov. Nikolov to the baseline. Was fouled on his way up. And he will head to the line and shoot two. So foul called on Sanon. First trip to the stripe then for Macedonia. North Macedonia actually were the only team 3 days or so ago to go 100% from the stripe. 8 out of 8. Only team in game day 1 in Europe to do so. And they continue to be 100%. Here's Randall. And Blizniuk. Needed to weave his way through, has to pull up and knocks down the two. It's beautiful from Bogdan Blizniuk. So Sanon called on his second foul already, so unsurprisingly he heads to the bench. Denis Lukashov, the man who comes on. Offensive foul called, so North Macedonia will turn it over. Ukraine with a chance to try and tie this one up, perhaps. Teodor Simic, the man called on the foul. It's a nice spin from Bogdan Blizniuk. What a play that is. He is absolutely key to Ukraine's chances, you feel, in this qualification campaign. Already up to 2 for 2 from the field for Bogdan Blizniuk. That's beautifully done, just cutting in from the side. And the simplest of layups. Started well here, North Macedonia. They look in a good rhythm. Moving the ball nicely. Everyone seems to know their role. Stovji set the screen. Randall for 3. A little too much on it. Defensive rebounds. Still goes. I think there's just an injury here by the looks of it. Doesn't look too happy there walking off. Does Bojan Kostevski. So we hope he's okay. It's very early on. He's kind of clutching that right shoulder. Let's just see if we can see how it happens. 3 went up from Randall. It's pretty innocuous, didn't it? But immediately turned to the official and just asked him to stop play for a second. So we hope that Kostevski is okay and can continue in this game. Maslinko has come on. And here he is, Maslinko. Difficult looking shot, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound, and here they go, led by Bogdan Blizniuk. Foul is called. No good. Nikolov slowing things down. Simic came over. Simic wants it just played into him. He's so dangerous. Get him in the low post, Theodor Simic. Left hand hook shot, no good. Rebound by Petrov, his first today. Randall. That's beautifully done. Randall kicks it back out, extra pass, take your time and knock it down. And Vyacheslav Petrov does just that. Beautiful team play from Ukraine. Patient play, just the extra pass. Found the man in space. And had loads of time to knock down that 3. So the first 3-pointer for Ukraine, 1 of 4 from the fields. Tries to lay it up high on the glass. Can't get it to go. Straight back in the hands of Randall again. Trying to go back-to-back 3s for Ukraine, not on this occasion. 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Tries to spin, the fadeaway 2 gets the roll. Nice shot. Difficult looking shot from Damian Robev. And Robev with his first points. Randall kicks it out. Blizniuk, great extra pass once again. And once again, it was Petrov who found himself wide open. This time, can't knock down the 3. No surprise that Jerome Randall involved in most of Ukraine's goods so far. Two seconds left on the shot clock. He's got to get it away, or he went for the extra pass. Did he get it away in time? No, he didn't. Unfortunately, it's a 24-second violation. Thought he had to throw it up himself. It's that pass out to the corner. Shot clock just expired. Shame for Macedonia as well, because they actually made the 3. So Pustovyi heads to the bench. So Jacob Wiley on the floor for the first time today for North Macedonia, as is Stojanovski, as is Stajic. So host of changes. Oh, nice. Just using the backboard to make that jump shot. So Suhail Pavlov with his first points of the game. We're all tied up once again. 11 points each, just under 3 to go. Man in the corner turns down to 3, just throws it back. Now the 3 on the way, a little too much on it. Blitzing it with the rebound. Now the fast break is on down the other end of the floor. How about that for some transitional defense? Boban Stajic was completely aware to the danger there. Mentioned how good Ukraine were on the fast break in their opening game 3 days ago. They were trying to spring one there, but North Macedonia had other ideas. Stajic, pass out to the corner. Did he just step out of bounds? He did. So that'll be a turnover for North Macedonia. But just stepped out of bounds. Damian Stojanovski. So 11 each. Macedonia there with double the number of turnovers so far, 4 to Ukraine's 2. Get it into Petrov, throws it back out. The 3 is on the way, nowhere near. Ilya Sidorov off target there. Magdevsky. Well, they thought they'd got the steal there, Ukraine, but a foul is called. Good positive play from Andrei Magdevsky. So Lukashov called on his first foul. Just over 90 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Nothing between them so far. Magdevsky inbounds. Jacob Wiley. Oh, they had the extra pass. Instead, he just throws up the little teardrop. Does he get the roll? He doesn't, but he puts it back. Anyway, good play from Andrei Maslenko. Now Macedonia have the lead once again. 13 points to 11. Very nearly able to get the steal there. Oh, and he's thrown it away. Just wasn't on the same wavelength as his teammate there. Magdevsky with time. This time they have got the steal, Ukraine, although they've stolen it straight back. It's good work from Magdevsky. And now up the other end of the floor, an easy 2. And North Macedonia lead by 4. Maslenko up to 4 points personal. Crowd just trying to do their bit now to get behind their team here in Kiev. 3 from the corner, looks good. Just couldn't quite get it to go. Magdevsky again is there on the rebounds. Been pretty active since he's come onto the floor. At the other end of the floor, doesn't get the roll, but it's tipped in by Jacob Wiley. And a nice little run here for North Macedonia. And they stretch their lead to 6. Jacob Wiley with his first points of the game. And a timeout is called inside the final 60 seconds of this opening quarter. Ukraine just looking to try and draw up something out of this timeout. So back underway here, 28 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Macedonia on a nice little run here, but that is very quickly evaporated by the three from Alexander Lipovi. His first points of this ball game, and it gets it back to a one-possession game. So possibly the last possession in this opening quarter. Stajic trying to find a way through, falls to his feet. He's got 1 second to throw it up here. He does get it away in time, doesn't get the roll, and the buzzer goes. That will be that for the opening quarter here. It's a good opening quarter of basketball as well. North Macedonia started quickly, and they have the leads at the end of one. It's Ukraine 14, North Macedonia 17. Range, but only 2 for 9 from three-point range so far for Ukraine. Macedonia 43%, but they've made 1 of 3 from three-point range. So here's a little look at some of the highlight plays in that opening quarter. As I said, Macedonia started quickly, got off to a nice 5-0 lead. The layup followed by the 3. Slowly but surely, Ukraine were able to find their feet. Huge block. That was brilliant from Artem Pustovyi. And Macedonia went on a nice little run, just a couple of minutes remaining in the opening quarter. And it was a 6-0 run just to extend their lead to 6, but Alexander Lipovi then had other ideas right at the end of the opening quarter just to get the game back to a one-possession game, but it's been free-flowing, it's been entertaining. Both sides looking at a nice rhythm. Both sides appreciate, I know it's still very early on in this qualifying window, but I think they both appreciate just how important this game is already, having lost their opening game. Scan the QR code there on the left-hand side of your screen. You can get live stats and so much more. And don't forget to interact with us as well. Hashtag FIBAWC. Love to hear your thoughts about how you feel this qualification window is going to pan out. Who you think is going to qualify from the European window? Who do you think is the main threat when 2023 eventually does come around? Remember, the qualifying campaign will go into early 2023, into the February, and then the World Cup proper will start late August that year. Next qualification window after this will be towards the end of February. Look at the 5 on court right now for Ukraine. Just stepped out of bounds. I think he thought he'd kept it in. Well, the official's doing the right thing here, just telling Coach Bajic just to calm himself. I want to be picking up a technical here. Offensive rebound, chance for a second opportunity here. Throws it up high on the glass, can't get it to go. This time they are able to grab the defensive rebound. Jacob Wiley can bring the ball clear for Macedonia. Look at the North Macedonian 5 on court to start the second quarter. Here is Andrei Magdevsky. Saw plenty of the ball coming on halfway through the opening quarter. The shot clock's down to 1. He just had to get it away. Difficult looking shot. Straight into the big man, Artem Pustovyi. I know Bagatskis just desperately trying to pull the strings from the sideline there. Obviously a very successful player, had a very long playing career. 1985 he started his playing career at VF Riga. Didn't retire then until 2006. He was playing for Barons Riga. So Pavlov up to 4. 2 for 2 from the field so far. It's back to a 1-point game here. Wiley, oh, Wiley's beautiful, and that's huge. A little step and then just throws it down one-handed. Welcome to the game, Jacob Wiley. Maslinko into Stajic. Are struggling with their three-point shot, aren't they, at the moment? Ukraine just 2 for 10 so far. Draw the foul. So good news, Bojan Kostevski is back on the floor. Remember, he went off kind of clutching his right shoulder in that opening quarter. We weren't entirely sure how serious it was or whether he'd be able to continue, but he is back on the floor. So that's big news for North Macedonia. Mekic called on his first foul. No more fouls to give already, though, here in North Macedonia, with still just under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. So there could be a few cheap trips to the stripe in this quarter for the home sides. 3 from miles out. Oh, and he gets it. That is huge from Ilya Sidorov. It was a good couple of meters there beyond the arc and still got it to go as clean as you like to tie this one up again. 19 points each. Stajic, again, the shot clock is counting down to 2, so Stajic just has to throw the 3 up, can't get it to go, very nearly grabbed the offensive rebound, but Denis Lukashov was there. Here's Lipovi. Open 3 from the corner, wasn't far away. Stajic again, another foul is called. Sidorov, the man, called on it, his second. Body's going everywhere. Bit of a coming together there. Sidorov and Damian Stoyanovski. Jerome Randall back on the floor. Ilya Sidorov, the man who heads to the bench. So still 14 seconds on the clock here for North Macedonia. Stoyanovski spinning, fading away, trying to get the 2 to go. Throws up an air ball. Now the fast break is on Ukraine down the other end. Difficult looking shot. They did well again to get plenty of bodies back in transition there. North Macedonia, a few times it looked as though they've been caught out on the fast break, but they have managed to get plenty of bodies back in good time. Stajic throws up the little teardrop. Very nice. North Macedonia lead once again off the floating jump shot from Stajic. Sure, and that's thrown away, and now it's 2v1. Now it's a 3v1 for the time being. However, it's not going to count. An offensive foul is called. Bit of a let-off that for Ukraine. Just have a look here. Stajec to go and just completely wiped out Jerome Randall there, who just stood his ground. And Mekic, the man, called on the foul, his second. Lukashov, Randall. Trying to find a way through. That's a lovely pass. And thrown down with some authority from Artem Pustovyi. Absolutely lethal when he picks it up in those areas, Pustovyi. Thou shall not be stopped. North Macedonia call timeout. Well, we've got a tight one here in Kiev. I think a lot of us expected this one to be relatively close. Ukraine probably favourites on paper going into it, but North Macedonia certainly no pushovers. We're all tied up, 21 points each. Just under 6 minutes to go in this first half. Stoyanovski. Just to go back out again, the shot clock counting down, but shooting over the defense. Gets the 3 to go. It's a big-time shot from Bojan Kostevski, his first points of the game. Randall. Foul is called, but it's called on Artem Pustovyi, and Ukraine will turn it over. Just wrapping his arm around there, Pustovyi. Here's Nikolov. It's beautiful off the pick and roll. Now throws it up one-handed, can't get it to go. Defensive rebound, and Jerome Randall can bring it forward here for Ukraine. Pustovyi came out and set the screen. Now the 3 is good. And Macedonia on a nice little run once again. They've stretched the lead to 5. And a timeout is called by Ukraine. Not for the first time today. They found themselves just on the other end of a bit of a run from North Macedonia. And they call timeout. So Macedonia leading by 5, 26 points to 21. Ukraine just haven't quite been able to get going yet. This may well start them off. 3 off target. Oh, and did he just step out of bounds? He did. So Ukraine will keep it with another 14 seconds on the clock. So the lead is 5 for North Macedonia. Biggest lead so far has been 6. Ukraine are yet to lead in this game. He's called on the travel, so Ukraine will turn it over again. So another chance here for North Macedonia to just keep nudging that scoreboard. That's a beautiful pass, just cutting in from the sideline. That's really nice play from North Macedonia. So another 2 goes down, this time from Adam Mekic. The lead is as big as it has been today. It's up to 7. To try and get something going, and it's not a bad play, just giving the ball to Pustovyi in the low post and just saying, right, do what you do. Nearly lost the ball there, was still somehow able to get it to go. Throw up the jump shot from the stripe. Don't get a reset here, just didn't quite hit the rim. So the shot clock's counting down to 3, goes for another 3. And this time the rebound brought under by Petrov. That's his 4th rebound so far today. Now we're 3 down the other end of the floor. Did well just to keep hold of that one, Bojan Kostevski. As Bogdan Blizniuk couldn't quite connect with the 3-pointer. So 3 minutes to go in this second quarter, as North Macedonia again just explode as soon as they get in the run rate. Mekic once again, he's having a really effective first half here for North Macedonia. He's up to 8, 4 for 7 from the field. Couple of rebounds as well to go alongside that. Pustovyi throws one out. Zotov thought about the 3. Instead, Randall will shoot it from miles out. Comes up way short. And that'll go behind to North Macedonia back in possession, leading by 7. 30 points to 23. That will send Randall to the bench. Not quite being able to get his shot flowing yet, Jerome Randall. 0 for 4 from the field at the moment. Kostevski also heads to the bench as well. So the lead is 8 now for North Macedonia. A chance to make it a double-digit game for the first time. Stoyanovski crowded out. Oh, how about that for the steal? Beautifully done from Bogdan Blizniuk, and he just throws it into Pustovyi, who does the rest. Stunning play from Ukraine. First of all, the steal from Bogdan Blizniuk, then the dish to Artem Pustovyi, and he finished it off in style with the dunk. North Macedonia called timeout. They lead by 6. So it looks as though it may well go to a double-digit lead for North Macedonia. They missed, and then Ukraine, well, they didn't miss. They had the ball stolen off them brilliantly by Bogdan Blizniuk, and then Artem Pustovyi with the dunk down the other end of the floor. So the lead is back to 6, and a chance to reduce that even further here as Blizniuk picks up the defensive rebounds. Again, having a very effective game here, Bogdan Blizniuk, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist already for him, and that steal that we just saw as well. So Pustovyi heads to the bench. Stapintsev, the man who comes on. Jacob Wiley also checks out of the game. Teodor Simic back on the floor for North Macedonia. They got it again here, Ukraine. No, they haven't. North Macedonia are able to get back in possession. 90 seconds to go. And a foul is called. Called on Petrov. Well, they finally missed a free throw. First free throw that they've missed in, what, 1.5 games now. Didn't miss one 3 days ago. Did well to get out and protect that perimeter, just forcing a difficult 3. They still get it to fall. And Ukraine right back in touch here, just a 4-point game now. Did well still to find the pass. It'd be disappointing not to have made that layup. Now Sidorov. Sidorov throws up the floating jump shot. That's beautiful. Sidorov up to 5 points personal. And all of a sudden, it is just a one-possession game. Chance of a 2-for-1 here for North Macedonia if they're quick. Fadeaway jump shot is good. And we've got, what, 4 seconds or so between the shot and the game clock. We'll try and take as much time out of this possession as he can here. Ilya Sidorov. Sidorov, it's lovely. Oh, and he tried to dunk all over the defense. They've got it back here, though. Ukraine still can't get it to go. Still 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and still can't get it to go. And the last touch, I think, was off Ukraine, so North Macedonia have got possession back, but only 0.9 seconds on the clock here. Got away with that somewhat, did North Macedonia. A lot of opportunities there for Ukraine, but the buzzer goes, and that will be that for the first half. It is Ukraine 30, North Macedonia 34 at the half-time break. Well, there were various stages throughout that half where it looked as though North Macedonia were really just putting the hammer down, but in fairness to Ukraine, every time they were asked a question, they had the answer to respond. Had a lot of attempts from the three-point range, only able to convert on 4 of 16 of them. Both sides below 50% from two-point range. They'd like to improve that if they can. A few more rebounds for North Macedonia, relatively similar in terms of assists and 7 turnovers apiece for both of them. Postovyi has led the way for Ukraine. He's got 8 points personal, as does Mekic for North Macedonia, ably supported by the likes of Maslenko and Wiley. Sidorov has 5, and Blizniuk has played well, 4 points and 4 rebounds for him. Yes, we just have a look at the best plays from the first half. Bogdan Blizniuk was heavily involved in a lot of what Ukraine had to do today on both ends of the floor, really. 4 points and 4 rebounds for him, 2 for 4 from the field. Ukraine, well, they just would like to get that three-point shot firing up in the second half. It has not been particularly effective so far today. Down at just 25%, 4 of 16 from beyond the arc so far. Neither side have shot the ball brilliantly, even from two-point range. Both sides below 50%. Ukraine at 47, North Macedonia at 42. North Macedonia have just been a little more efficient, though, when their chances have come along. A couple of times they went on some big runs in that first half. Biggest lead was 8. They had possession for a double-digit lead. And actually, in that possession, it was a brilliant steal from Bogdan Blizniuk, and Ukraine were able to go back up the other end of the floor and just cut the lead to 6 instead of looking like it may well go to 10 or 11. And that's what they've done superbly well all half, really, Ukraine. Every time it looked as though North Macedonia were just pulling away, back come Ukraine. That 3 from Sidorov was very nicely put away from pretty deep. A couple of really nice floating jump shots as well that we've seen. And this is where Postovyi has been absolutely lethal today. Just give the ball to the big man and let him do the rest. So difficult to stop. Well, Kostevsky's good news for him. It looked as though he was really struggling at one stage. Actually had to leave the court, just clutching his right shoulder. We weren't entirely sure whether he was going to be able to carry on, but fortunately he was okay. Once again, Postovyi just right place, right time to throw down another big dunk. Sidorov showing off his skills. So that is that for the first half. Make sure you're back with us in about 5 minutes' time for the start of the second.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Di Bartolomeo, he'll sidestep 3. He's fouled, he hits the 3. What a shot from Di Bartolomeo. How important could that be? Nails the jumper and will head to the line for the bonus. Poland living a little dangerously, and here they are as Hollis just picks the pocket clean and goes up for the two-handed dunk.
Just outside the three-point line eventually. Hands down away and gets to the inside. There the time to play, but it's wiped away. Well, he's been everywhere so far.
comes off, and it's like the ball screen. Clark lifts, nice pass. Oh, down the runway for two. Gabe Olaseni throws it down.
Loose pass from him. And now, in transition. Oh, the rejection! Timed beautifully.
Takes in the leg, gets rejected under the basket. 2 rejections and another one. 3. Can they make it? Oh my lord! Well, right now the Greek said 4 times, "Spiti mu, this is our house. You are not welcome."
Oh, what a pass! Teodosic finds a wide open Dusan Ristic. Another couple of baskets here, and this one could get interesting. Bacco rolling down the middle, back-to-back dunks for Ismail Bacco. Bacco splits between 2 Serbian defenders.
No options, so they're going to resettle and recycle. Finchar. Oh, what a pass. Larkin gets the easy 2, but the ability to pass the ball and move off it.
The German league, here he is putting it up from 3-point range, a little bit long. They got to hurley, and they put it up. Oh, it goes in! What a play! Maybe, just maybe, that'll be the spark for Poland in the 4th quarter. Garbac, who would not like to do that? They all practice it. You better believe they practice it. And Garbac knows it. He knows it's in.
We have walked this land for a long time. We know how far we've gone, and we're sure of how far we can go. Unity is not just a word here. It's not just a spirit in this sport. It's the way we all move. We are proud of our art, country, family, language, and culture. We are united by basketball.
Welcome to FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup 2022.
We have walked
So welcome back everyone to the Palace of Sports here in Kiev. FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 qualification continues. Ukraine taking on North Macedonia. Both Ukraine and North Macedonia lost their opening games 3 days ago. Ukraine losing to Georgia 88 points to 83, and North Macedonia losing to the current world champion Spain 94 points to 65. And well, it was a good first half, but it's a first half that belongs to North Macedonia. They have the lead here, 34 points to 30, but it was tight. And we're expecting a response here from Ukraine in this second half. Just couldn't quite get any real momentum going. Certainly from beyond the arc, their three-point shot was disappointing, just 4 for 16 from three-point range so far. Ukraine have actually lost their last 4 games in World Cup qualifying, which is as many defeats as in their previous 9 games in the competition. However, Ukraine's last 4 games have ended with a point differential of 5 or fewer points. That includes their game day 1 matchup against Georgia, where of course they lost by 5. So although they've lost their last 4 in World Cup qualifying, they've all been very tight. They could well have gone another way. So a big half coming up for both of these sides. Both Ukraine and North Macedonia looking to get off and running in their World Cup qualifying campaign. Spain and Georgia, of course, to come a little later on. That tips off in just about an hour and a half from now. So looking forward to watching that one. But it's North Macedonia who start with Nikolov, Robev, Mekic, Simic and Maslenko in this second half. Hoping for more of the same from the first. Here is Nikolov, and that will be Ukraine ball. Hard to tell, wasn't it, from that angle? May well have come off Petrov there. Difficult to tell. Was one of just 2 players combining for 15 points and 10 rebounds on game day 1 was Vyacheslav Petrov. Look at their starting 5 there on the screen. That'll be a foul. Trying to find a way through in the end, has to put up a really difficult shot. That's great work on the offensive glass. Put it back in there. So 1 possession game once again. Oh, he's done brilliantly well to just keep the ball alive there for North Macedonia. It looked for all money as though it was going out of bounds. Somehow kept it alive. So Vitaly Zotov called on the foul, still 21 seconds on the shot clock here. Tried to play the pass, he somehow managed to get it back there for North Macedonia, straight back into the hands of Robev. Robev for three, he liked it in the air. Just a little too much on it in Ukraine, with a chance to tie this ball game up. Another foul is called. Here's Blizniuk into, oh, he's fouled on his way up. He will shoot two. Artem Pustovyi, well, he's already got 10 points today, Pustovyi, 5 for 5 from the field. See how many red shirts are just surrounding Pustovyi there. Just incredibly difficult to deal with. Only 29 years of age, Artem Pustovyi, so still plenty of years left in his career. Still plays his trade in Spain for Gran Canaria, was with Barcelona before that. 7'1" though, 2'16" is Artem Pustovyi. Always fun to watch. 1 point game, 34-33. Doesn't quite get the roll, and the rebound this time by Pustovyi. So a chance for Ukraine to take the lead for the very first time in this game. They have not led so far. Here's Pustovyi. Can they contain him now? Pustovyi. That's so nice again. Pustovyi just playing with a huge amount of confidence right now. 13 points personal for him, 6 for 6 from the field. And Ukraine do indeed lead for the very first time today. Probably the hardest shot that he's had to make as well, that fadeaway jumper, but back come North Macedonia. And Kostevsky knocks down the three. Macedonia straight back in front. Feel as though we could have quite a few lead changes coming down the stretch here. It's a nice pass across the floor to Blizniuk, but then Blizniuk's called on the travel and will turn it over. Here's Kostevsky. Jacob Wiley back to Kostevsky. Probing here. Looking for a way through, but they've won it back through Petrov. And now plenty of time to line up and knock down the three. Great work on both ends of the floor from Vyacheslav Petrov. First of all, the steal, and then goes straight down the other end and knocks down the three. Lukashov with the assist. And Ukraine lead once again. Stajic. Wiley. Hasn't quite got going yet. Jacob Wiley today. The shot clock counting down. Had to just get it away. Somewhat rush shot in the end. Rebound by Pustovyi, his third. Just increasing the tempo here, Ukraine. As Lukashov makes it back-to-back threes for Ukraine. And they are just beginning to find their stride out here on the home side. And North Macedonia call timeout. So Ukraine have started the second half in style, and they have the lead here, 41 points to 37. That scoreboard is wrong as far as I'm aware, down the bottom there. I haven't counted the Denis Lukashov three-point shot right at the, well, just before the timeout, I should say. So just over 6 minutes to go in the third. Remember, hashtag FIBA where you can find us. Let us know your thoughts. Stajic, now Kostevski. Yeah, may have just been put off. Defender trying to close him down, but North Macedonia have got the offensive rebounds. Now they put it up one-handed and get the shot to go. Bojan Kostevski, he's up to 8. And once again, it is just a one-possession game here. Very, very little between these two. It's a beautiful pass out to the corner. The three is on the way. It was partially blocked, I think, from Kostevski. And now Kostevski can lead the fast break. I think this will be a 2 if it goes. It doesn't. And Postovyi with a big rebound. His 4th today to go alongside his 13 points. Vitaly Zotov. Postovyi try to come out and set the screen. Bliznyuk into Postovyi again. Well, he's finally missed. Oh, and that's a big block from Kostevski. And puts it behind with just 1 second left on the shot clock. Great defense from North Macedonia. First of all, Postovyi finally missing a shot, his first today that he has missed. And then a great block from Kostevski. So 1 second on the shot clock here for Ukraine. Can they draw up here? Just got to get it away, and he does just in time, but can't get the 3 to go. And they didn't get the reset either, so they won't get the offensive rebounds. Good defensive possession from North Macedonia. Saw a few of the Georgian players in the crowd here just watching on this one. Drives inside. Oh, it's a really beautiful shot, high up off the glass, and somehow gets it to fall. Nice pass across the floor. It's a lovely bounce pass as well. And Lukashov with the up fake and then puts in the layup. Here's Bliznyuk. Out to the corner, the 3 on the way, can't get it to go, but again, great work on the glass. Lukashov puts it back. Well, this is so much better in this second half already from Ukraine. They're just playing with so much more intensity. tempo is much higher. Outscoring North Macedonia 15 points to 7 so far in this third. Yeah, as I was saying, no doubt that Georgia and Spanish players will be watching this one before their game gets underway. Turns out the bank stays open late in Kiev. As Kostevsky knocks one down. On the reverse, oh, how about that? That is lovely. Ilya Sidorov, he's up to 7 on the reverse. Look how high up on the glass he sent that. Thing of beauty from Ilya Sidorov. So still have the lead here. 47-44. Stajic. It's nicely done from Stajic. Oh, the open look came up way short. I would love to have that one again, and now Sidorov can spring the fast break. We've definitely been conscious to that today, haven't they, North Macedonia? Haven't allowed Ukraine to use that fast break to any kind of effectiveness today. Only 2 fast break points for them. Big difference in the bench scoring so far in this game. 24 points off the bench for Ukraine, only 13 for North Macedonia, and it just helps so much in just spreading the workload. Mentioned in North Macedonia's last game, only 2 players actually made it to double digits. Granted, they were playing against Spain. It's so important that everyone plays their part, that they're not relying on just 1 or 2 players every single game. So foul goes on Skapintsev. Stoyanovski inbounds to Stajic. Stajic always had his pocket picked. Good steal from Ukraine, and a chance just to keep increasing this lead here. Back out to Lipovi. Well, Lipovi's already made 1 3 today. He's trying to give himself a good enough look here. In the end, they're actually called on the travel. And, well, a look of almost disbelief from Bogdan Blizniuk. A couple of times he's been called on the travel today. So Damian Robev and Christian Nikolov back on the floor for North Macedonia, replacing Adam Mekic and Boban Stajic. Still just a 1-possession game here. Just over 90 seconds to go in this third quarter. North Macedonia not going anywhere. Nikolov. You can hear them shouting down the clock shot there, and they're unable to make the 3. So Ukraine have got the miss. Now can they make up the other end of the floor? Sidorov thought about the 3, decided against it, which was probably wise. Now Sidorov goes inside, goes for that little floating jump shot once again. Well, they have used that shot brilliantly today, have Ukraine. The lead is up to 5. 60 seconds to go in the third. They've trailed by 8, Ukraine. Now they lead. Did well just to keep hold of it. Stoyanovski with the up fake, now shoots the 3, count it. Once again, North Macedonia fighting back. Stoyanovski with a big 3 there to get it back to a 1-possession game. Chance for a 2-for-1 here at the end of the third for Ukraine. Sidorov. Blizniuk, difficult looking shot, can't get it to go, nearly grabbed the offensive rebound, but now it's a 2-against-1 for the time being. They weren't able to utilize that. And Nikolov just slows things down, so North Macedonia can have the final possession of this third quarter. Oh, it's beautiful hands, can't get it to go. 3 seconds to try and advance it down the other end of the floor. The 3 is up, a little too much on it, and the buzzer goes, but it's a brilliant fight back in the third from Ukraine. And they actually lead now. It's Ukraine 49, North Macedonia 47. Well, still struggling from three-point range, Ukraine, still down at just 25%, but that two-point percentage is just increasing all the time. It's getting nearer 50%. So here's a look at some of the best plays in that third quarter. No surprise to see him back in the action once again. Pustovyi, who has been lethal today, both ends of the floor. Nice 3 that was knocked down there. I was actually thinking, yeah, the stats that we've just seen were inaccurate. They were the stats at the end of the first half that we saw there, because they actually did make a few 3s in that third quarter. It still had them down at just 4 for 16, so ignore those stats that you've just seen. But just played with so much more intensity, so much more aggression in that third quarter. Ukraine, they came out firing and they didn't really relent. But in fairness to North Macedonia, they've actually done what Ukraine were doing in the first half, and that was just kind of keep it as close as they can, even when their backs were against the wall. Ukraine led by as many as 5 in that third quarter. Confirmation, the World Cup Qualifiers official app is available to download on whatever device you may have. Keep up with the latest news, all the action, highlights, everything you could possibly need to guide you through the qualifying process over the next 18 months or so. Should be a terrific qualifying campaign. So many great matches, so many tight matches on paper. And as it so often seems to do, these qualifiers go right down to the wire. Nikolov. Sidorov out to Alexander Lipovy. Well, he's so good from range. Alexander Lipovy, just so used to seeing him constantly knock down 3s. That's his second 3 today. He's up to 6. The lead is up to 5 again. Equals their biggest lead that they've had so far today, Ukraine. And to respond maybe with a 3 of their own. That's nicely done. The 3, though, is off target from Stoyanovski. And a chance to keep pushing the lead here. Pavlov. Lukashov. Lipovy, well, he fancies it now, doesn't he? From the corner, difficult looking shot, can't get that 3 to go. And in the end, the foul is called. Nikolov, nice pass across the floor. The three is up, the three is down. How they needed that, North Macedonia, just to kickstart them in this final quarter. Maslenko, the man knocking it down. Chance to try and respond with a three of their own though, which they do. Raining threes at the start of this fourth. No surprise, it's Alexander Lipovi once again. His third three of this game keeps the lead at 5. Great response from Ukraine. Nikolov just calling for help. Trying to find a way through, but can't. I think it just hit the foot. So Macedonia will keep it. Three seconds left on the shot clock here. Someone's got to get it away. They do just in time, but they can't get it to go. Bojan Kostevski. Good defensive possession from Ukraine. Sidorov. Pavlov comes out, sets the screen. Sidorov now looking to try and go to work. Fadeaway two is good. Ukraine in a really nice rhythm at the moment. They have their biggest lead of this game. It is up to 7 now. Looking to try and pull away down the stretch. Ilya Sidorov has had a really efficient game. 11 points for him. 5 for 11 from the field. Just pulled up and made that jump shot look so easy. Nikolov again into Kostevski. Kostevski, that's a nice pass and a good finish as well from Jacob Wiley. I think he thought he might have been fouled on the way up. Just had a quick look at the official, but nothing called. Hook shot, can't get it to go. It's good defense, Kostevski, to bring down the defensive rebounds. Here's Stoyanovski. 6 points for him today. Kostevski, good defensive possession so far. That's a lovely pass. Extra pass though. Oh, what a team play that would have been. Very nearly got the roll. That's a poor pass, although looked as though Pistovyi thought he was fouled. He immediately turned and had a little look there. Questioned why the decision didn't come. Nikolov. Kostevski. Running out of ideas maybe here, North Macedonia. Pulls up, shoots the jumper, can't get it to go. Pistovyi there once again for his 5th rebound. Trying to keep North Macedonia at arm's length here are Ukraine. Lukashov into Pistovyi down the other end of floor. This is where they've really struggled to contain him. Oh, and he still gets it to go. Almost off balance there, Artem Pistovyi. What a game he has had. 7 for 8 from the field today. Artem Pustovyi for his 15 points, 5 rebounds as well to go alongside that. And now Christian Nikolov has just thrown it out of bounds. It's a 7-point game. Ukraine back in possession. Bogdan Blizniuk back on the floor. Well, Lipovy heads to the bench. Nice quarter that he's had. 3 threes today for Alexander Lipovy. Sidorak, God, he just has not missed one of those today. Yet another floating jump shot that gets to go. Ilya Sidorov is up to 13 personal. The lead is as big as it's been. It's up to 9, and North Macedonia call timeout. So Ukraine have got themselves a nice little cushion here now. 9-point lead with 4.5 to go. North Macedonia have acquitted themselves brilliantly, really, today. It has not been easy for Ukraine, but slowly but surely Ukraine have found a way, certainly the second half. Shot clock is down to 3, and now they've got the steal here, and it's 3 against 2. It's 4 against 2 for the time being. Lukashov for 3. Ukraine can't miss right now. And it's a double-digit game for the first time today. Ukraine lead by 12. Time beginning to tick away here for North Macedonia. Kostevsky back out to Robev. Kostevsky again with the shot clock counting down. They can't get the roll. Do they get the offensive rebound? They do. Wiley goes back up. And Jacob Wiley puts it in. Lead back down to 10. Lukashov again for 3. Well, you almost knew it was going in before he even fired it. Such is the way that Denis Lukashov is throwing right now. He is up to 13 personal, excuse me, to go alongside his 6 rebounds. Foul is called up the other end of the floor on Pustovyi. And there will be a chance from the free throw line here for North Macedonia. But Ukraine just turning it on. Chorus of boos echoes around this wonderful arena. So Ukraine's next game in the World Cup qualifying campaign will be on Thursday the 24th of February, so into 2022. They will travel to Spain, and then Spain will travel back to Ukraine. So Two really tough matches there in the space of 3 days, 24th of Feb and 27th of Feb, those two games. Prostovic once again. They just have not been able to cope. As for North Macedonia, well, they also play on the 24th and the 27th of February. Their first game on the 24th, they travel to Georgia. And then on the 27th, they're back at home against Georgia. So Ukraine, 2 games in 3 days against Spain. And North Macedonia, 2 games in 3 days against Georgia. Remember, Georgia and Spain tip off in an hour's time from now. The other game in this group, looking forward to that one. The lead is 12 here as he's gone for that one again. This time he doesn't get it. However, on hand to put it back was Serhii Pavlov. Two minutes to go. The lead is 14. Because every point could well count come the end of the qualifying first window. As Blizniuk lines up the 3. It's important here for North Macedonia, even though it looks as though this game has gone, that they don't switch off. They've still got plenty to play for here. Throws up the jumper from the foul line, can't get it to go. Ukraine really have just taken control, haven't they? Third and fourth quarters, they outscored North Macedonia 19 points to 13 in the third. They've outscored them 22 points to 10 so far in this final quarter as another 3 goes up and they simply cannot miss. Pavlov knocking it down. And amazing, really, that the lead is as big as it is, up to 17 now. Did not look as though it was going to be this kind of scoreline. Well, this will do Ukraine the world of good. Heading into their 3rd game in February next year. Plenty of confidence to take into that. Mentioned their Eurobasket qualifying campaign as well, that they came through top of the group, winning 4 of their 6 games. So they're on a bit of a roll here, are Ukraine. Haven't performed at their best in World Cup qualifiers over the last few years. I mentioned that they actually lost their last 4 heading into this game. Well, it looks as though they've well and truly stopped that rot, and in style as well. So splits them. Prostovic. 18 points personal for him though today. What a game he has had. They just haven't been able to live with him right from the start. That's a lovely pass. What a dish that was. Looked as though he was going to throw up the jump shot himself. Just spotted Jacob Wiley underneath. And a simple 2. So 75-61, and timeout calls by Ukraine. Well, they've put this game out of sight, have Ukraine. It looked as though we were in for a pretty tight one when the second half got underway. Their quality has come to the fore throughout the third and the fourth quarter. And in the end, it's turned out to be relatively comfortable for the home side. And there is about a second or so between the shot and the game clock here. 75-61. Just winding it down. Extra pass, Lukashov, well, he's already made a few threes in this quarter. How about this for a team play to finish off? The ball movement exceptional, the shooting exceptional from Alexander Lipovy. And that is a wonderful way to finish what was a stunning final couple of quarters. It's finished here in Kiev, Ukraine, 78, North Macedonia, 61. Well, after a tightly and fiercely contested first half, Ukraine came out in the second half and just absolutely showed their class, especially in that final quarter where they outscored their opponents 29 points to 14. They are off and running in this qualification campaign. It is going to be a tough group, and after losing their opening game 3 days ago to Georgia, they bounce back in style here against North Macedonia and close out a 17-point win. Tough to take, really, for Macedonia. They would have thought that, I think that was going to be a pretty close one. They were certainly fighting tooth and nail, and it looked as though it was certainly going to be a lot closer than it ended up being for Ukraine. Well, their three-point shot just went off the charts in that final quarter. Alexander Lipovy and Denis Lukashov especially catching fire. And how about this play to finish? The extra pass just finding Alexander Lipovy, and he does the rest. 12 points for him, all 12 of them coming from beyond the arc. So they can rest up for a couple of months, and they know that their next couple of games are as tough as it comes. Back-to-back against Spain in February for Ukraine. Spain, of course, still have their second game to come in just under an hour's time from now. They're up against Georgia. Really looking forward to that one. So we just have a look at some of the best plays in the second half from Ukraine. And, well, they couldn't buy a three-pointer, really, in the first half. They were 4 for 16 from three-point range. Well, how they changed that. In the end, actually ended up shooting 40% from three-point range, which is pretty good going. And 54% from two-point range, so their shot just got better and better as the game went on. As I said, especially Alexander Lipovy. Sidorov there, well, he was superb as well. So many of those little floating jump shots that he got to go. Had a really good game. There were plenty who had good games for Ukraine, but Sidorov, he finished with 18 points. Excuse me, 13 points Sidorov finished with. But Postovyi with 18, Lipovy with 12, Lukashov with 13. So there were 4 of them in double digits. Serhii Pavlov had 9. As for North Macedonia, well, Bojan Kostevski actually led the way. He had 14. Jacob Wiley with 12, and Adam Mekic had 10. So just the 3 of them with double digits today. Another one went down. for Denis Lukashov. Just looked in such a good rhythm in that second half. Every time he got the ball and shot the through, you were half expecting it to go in. Alongside Alexander Lipovy as well. Every time Pustovy got the ball in these kind of areas, you basically knew what was coming next. North Macedonia did a decent job for a time of just sticking with Ukraine, but certainly in that fourth quarter, they didn't really have an answer. So North Macedonia will have to regroup. They'll have to regroup quickly. That's how it finished. A three from Alexander Lipovy. Just to cap off what was a wonderful game. So that's all we have then. Ukraine, well, they go top for now. Of course, Spain and Georgia will tip off in just under an hour's time. Make sure you stay with that one. And we'll be back in February for more games from Ukraine and North Macedonia. Thanks for your company tonight. And make sure you stay and watch Spain against Georgia. That's coming next.
Друзі, гравці зараз вийдуть. Так, є ще час, буквально там 2 хвилинки. Хлопці пообіцяли, там невеличка нарада з тренерським штабом, і вони всі вийдуть назад, обов'язково, тому залишаємося. Чекаємо!